beautiful. Nation, you look pretty.
December 9th, because December 10th is tomorrow, Tuesday, is my mom's birthday, and she will be, I believe, 85 years old.
That's right.
Yep, that's right. December 10th. Today is December 9th, 2024. And we're on our way to grab my young buck, my little boy. He ain't little no more. But, yeah, we're on our way to do that. So, Monday, December 9th, 2024. On my way to go pick up my son from school. Yeah, I have so much to share. So much to share, you know. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing. I have some good news. Actually, I'm trying to get back in this emotion because the download was received yesterday. All right? The download was received yesterday, and just an overwhelming feeling of I want to say satisfaction. That's like becoming my favorite word now. I don't know why I can't think of any other word to use. It's just a pleasing, you know, a pleasing. And it didn't even have anything to do with me, just me personally. It has to do with my situation, but it's regarding those who understand what's happening in my life at this time because they're playing a role in that, okay? And so I think this is a little bit different because it's not often that I hear or even get downloads with regards to those who are still in a karmic energy and with good news, okay? With good news, yeah? And it's good news because it's about a transition. It's a not staying in this karmic behavior and the universe recognizing the heart space of these individuals. Now, these individuals are a part of an organization, some type of group, yeah? But they don't agree with what is taking place surrounding me. You know, when you're dealing with these types of groups, there's a lot of fear because it's not based on love. It can't possibly be based on love, considering the energy that is being used to act in a manner that would serve or issue dis-ease within them. Not only dis-ease, but the attempting of projecting that dis-ease onto others, right? Because that's the consequence. When you don't embody love, you can't extend it. Yeah, if you're operating in fear, you're most likely, you know, hateful of those who are fearless. You think that they're arrogant. You think that they're not connected to source. Yeah? You think all of these things, and that's because of this poor mindset Yeah? And so, man, I had this real good feeling of pride on behalf of these individuals because I can imagine how tough it is. I can imagine how tough it is because you have a momentum going, and it's most likely, I'm going to be honest, and I mean, when I say I'm going to be honest, it's not like I've never been honest before. I really mean I'm going to be open, more open. I'm trying to go deeper here. So in order to get to this heart space, right, that the universe is recognizing and bringing to my attention, right, through this download that I received yesterday, okay, you have had to slowly start thinking for yourself, right? But the momentum hasn't been built yet for you to make an exit, right? Or for you to have the strength and courage to no longer affiliate yourself with these people, right? I can imagine if this organization required an initiation and how you may be sworn to secrecy. I can understand how, one may be concerned not having yet gone deeper with their experience with Source, thinking that people or man has this superior power over Source. He or she does not. The only time we work in power is when we're tapped in to Source, because this allows for us to have the means to operate within our fullest capacity. Is it overnight? No. But there's a building. So again, I have much gratitude for the Most High providing me with this download, allowing me to go into a space where I am now on a fast. I have not eaten in almost 3 days. The end of this day today, it will be 3 days. I have not eaten. I have taken supplements. I've drinking water. When I say supplements, I mean things that pertain to, herbs, right? Not pharmaceuticals. And so I believe, or I feel this intuition or this intuitive nudge to do this. It has not been hard for me at all. I cooked today. I was smelling the food and everything, and I have no desire to eat the food. And this was triggered by a situation where I was on the road and someone was riding me, right? And I was very, very upset. So, I'm slowing down, I'm braking, right, to let them know, hey, back up. And I just showed, I realized in that moment, enough is enough. I wasn't hard on myself. It was nothing like that. I didn't feel like, you let them trigger you. No. That was the least of my worries. Immediately, I felt my higher self getting into gear and speaking on those things that I know that the universe backs us up on. Yeah? Now that I'm growing, now that I'm aligning, now that I'm, I have aligned and I'm ascending in that alignment, right? It's getting better. I'm on the right path. I now know what it means to love. I now know what it means to love thy neighbor. I now know what it means, right? And it has nothing to do with the status quo or the laws of the land. Yeah? Given to us by people who think they own the land, that they could possibly own the land, as if the Most High or the Creator of all things have given them that ability, right? Interesting enough, if that was the case, that would have been your original estate, and you wouldn't have had to create so much chaos on this planet in order to take what you think belongs to you, okay? So And we know that's a farce, and we know that you believe this because you're not connected. It's understood. You know, it's not a matter of favor. It's a matter of the fact that you are not taking heed to the grace that is being poured out for you to level up, if you will. Right? So, after this situation, I got geared up spiritually. I feel like it was like almost like the armor just went on, and I said, okay, this time I must go into a fast. I must fast, and I must clear myself out so I can be more of a conduit, because I'm obviously an issue. Yeah, the girls got the juice, because people are coming for me. So since you want to come for me, and you don't want to take the grace by way of your observation that you don't have the power over my life, the Most High does, since you don't want to take that grace, the Most High put it on my heart that my fasting is an intercession for the people in your organization that have a heart space to get the fuck out. They don't agree with you. The only reason why they hang on, they're observing. Not just me, they're observing what's happening on our planet at this time, with our governments at this time, okay? And they're smart. They're obviously smart because their heart is softening up. They're not hardened. It's softening. But there's a little bit of space in there that's like, I know how these people roll. These type of people will take you out. These type of people will try to make your life a living hell like they're trying to make my life a living hell, and they're failing miserably. Miserably. You know what I'm saying? They don't even have the wherewithal, the energy, the discernment to even know what is taking place inside of me, to even stop. That's how ignorance works when you do not want to take self-accountability. You are lost. Yeah? And you don't even have control over yourself, let alone control over anything else. You have been going through the motions, yeah, and shit is finally catching up to you. You thought the time lapse meant success. No, the time lapse was the, in between, nigga. The dash in between, that's what it was. The beginning and the end. And you've already been told, listen, this ain't going to end well for you if you want to walk in this ignorance, my friend. It's not ending well, right? Because you have chosen to go against your natural signature, your natural state of being. And so, my heart was just filled with so much joy because you don't understand. I can't possibly convey. It's an experience. We can talk out of our mouth all day long, but this is an experience. Yeah. Anytime somebody shares something with you and you get inspired, that's grace, my friend, because you haven't even had the experience yet. But it does mean that you have been doing something to receive the message. You understand? So the credit goes to you. The credit does not go to the teacher. Do you understand what I mean? It doesn't go to the teacher. It goes to you because the teacher can teach, but it takes the student to apply what they're being taught. And I'm telling you right now, those who know who I am, who have been watching my channel, and best believe, just because I don't have a whole bunch of followers, people are watching me. You hear me? People are watching me. And you got to understand this. You can't be that naive to know that people have access. You understand? To the internet. They have friends. That these organizations have people that work at the internet providers that you may carry. The cable companies that you may carry, the phone, cellular phone companies that you may carry, you know, and the businesses go down the line. I don't have to list them all. You know what I'm saying, okay? And this is why they have been so arrogant in their behavior, because they feel they're untouchable because of the networking. You hear? Because of the networking, not because they're tapped into source, or that they have magic. They don't have magic. Their magic was your ignorance. Their magic was your unawareness. And now that you're aware, they're scared. They're scared. They're shitting their fucking pants. And they're so desperate. It's so sad because you see somebody move in desperation. That is a clear sign. That is a clear sign. Right? They're moving in desperation. That is a clear sign that They are not winning. Desperation is not a fruit of the Spirit. I'm sorry. Desperation is not fruit of the Spirit. Okay? And so it's sad, but I'm not sympathizing, but I do have empathy because I do understand why this is happening. It's because they continue to reject this grace, and they continue to find an outlet, a distraction by their friendship. Yeah? Yeah. They continue to find this. And so, because they still have people they can run to instead of running to source, instead of being inspired or recognize the inspiration that they are receiving and saying, yeah, this is true, this is real. I don't give a fuck if my other friends and acquaintances don't understand and know. This is real, right? I'm being told, like I said, there are a few, there are, I don't know if it's a few, but there are some people that know what my situation is, right? And they don't want to have anything to do with it. They were sparked into action against me because of somebody running their mouth out of being, violated as far as their ego is concerned. And now that they have been doing this for so long and nothing's happening, really. They're just seeing that, okay, yeah, what are we going to do next? Okay? What are we going to do next? But like I said, when you're dealing with an organization, right, that has this fear tactic to hurt people if you don't do what they tell you to do, and it's the same people that go out here and think they own shit and trying to put fear in people's heart for wanting to follow their birthright, their God-given birthright, right? So the same way they operate within is the same way they operate without, okay? But the Most High has a message, my God, the Most High has a message for y'all, okay? Nothing's going to happen to you. This is what I heard yesterday. Nothing is going to happen to you. You don't have to say shit. When you hear this, don't even say shit. Because they're going to start looking around and being like, who's who? Don't even worry about it, okay? And you know if this message is for you because you're going to feel empowered. You're going to feel empowered. If you don't feel empowered, nigga, this message ain't for you. Don't, because at the end of the day, it's your choice. This is not forced. I'm sharing something with you. If this message is for you, it will resonate. And I want you to not operate in this fear. Start allowing whatever comes to you, because I'm pretty sure Source is going to meet you right where you are and start giving you information. Act on it. Act on it. Okay? But don't be afraid of these people. As far as you are concerned, the ones that know me, you are safe. You are safe. I am interceding on your behalf because of your heart space. Not because I wanted to, but because this is what I'm told to do. I've never felt nothing like this in my life. This is the first time I've ever felt this way in all my life. Yeah? Yeah? That's why I was so excited, because I'm excited for you. I'm excited for you to come into this higher vibrational energy that's going to have you, wondering why not sooner? Why not sooner? I wish this was sooner. Man, I wish this was sooner. I wish I had this information sooner. Yeah? And I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. And I'm so happy that you're going to recognize that, God is a frequency, if you will. The universe works on frequency, vibration, okay? So how can I put this? Although you were a part of this organization, you were moving in your heart space. And your heart space is what generates this vibration. So although you was going through it, it's kind of like when people are at a bad job and they know they got to pay their bills. And they're just like, man, I know this organization ain't for me. It don't fit my morale. It don't fit my way of looking at things in life. And I got to get out of this, but I know I got my children to take care of. I got my wife or my husband to take care of. I got people that depend on me. And the universe hears you. And I want you to know it heard you. And you don't have nothing. Do you hear me? I hope you hear the vibration in my tone. you have nothing to worry about. Yeah, what you're going to start to feel is the same thing all of us who are on this vibration feel, and that is this empathy for these other people who swear, yeah, they're going to succeed. Especially in this age of Aquarius. You about to succeed, my nigga? Yeah, you've been dabbling in all this shit that you stole from our ancestors, and you still couldn't get it. You should be, mourning. You should be mourning. Do you understand me? Mourning, right? Because of the blinders that you had on in your, because of the blinders that you had on. There's nothing they can do. All they do is go out and intimidate. That's all they do. They intimidate. They plot and they plan, and they try to get you intimidated so you can take yourself out. You understand? That's all they can do at this point. All right? So, yeah. I'm going to take a pause for a minute because I'm riding, and somebody's riding me right now. It's 4:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah? So we're gonna breathe, because this is what we do. I'm teaching you something. Right here, right now, I'm teaching you something. If you got to take a pause, breathe. Right? A beautiful thing. Oh, and this is, thank you. I took a breather and it came right back to me. See what happened? And so I also want to add that this intercession, right? Yeah, it's already done. You know why it's already done? Because I felt it before I even got started. So it's already done. I wouldn't even be empowered. Listen, I like to eat. I'm pretty sure you can look at my pictures. My cheeks are not, I don't look like I'm starving, do I? No. Yeah, I like to eat. Okay? I have no shame in eating what I want to eat, okay? So, listen, I know that this is by way of divine intervention, okay? Divine intervention. And I haven't done this since 2000, I believe. It might have been 13. Might have been 13 when I was going through a lot in my previous marriage, yeah? And I had to look back at that, and I'm not casting blame because I've learned a lot since then about what I was responsible for, okay? And this is why I'm growing, because I'm taking account. I have taken accountability for the part I played. You know what I'm saying? With regards to even being in the relationship to begin with. Okay? Yeah. Not in him divorced. Not in him doing whatever he did for me to be like, okay, that's it. I'm done. Yeah. But because why I got into it to begin with. And this is what a lot of us are understanding now. A lot of our choices weren't intentional in a sense, like it wasn't based on divine intelligence. And that's okay. But when we get the intelligence, it's time to make moves. But don't lie to yourself, okay? No, this energy don't work on anxiousness. It don't. Okay, I don't know what anybody else say. Yo, if you're observing somebody making what you consider to be a quick move, you consider that to be a quick move based on your own perception of quick. It's all relative. So no, I know for a fact that the spirit of the Most High, of the All, does not push you to be anxious for anything. So if you feel anxious, you need to go do some more work, or you need to wait on an answer and don't be beside yourself. okay? Don't you listen to these people out here talking about you need to go do this and do that, and then you don't feel it. Now, if you feel it and you feel like it's a confirmation, then yeah. But if you don't, be honest with yourself. You are the detector. It's your choice. This is why these people out here are telling you now they're not responsible for the choices you made. So since they are not responsible for the choices you made, why the fuck are they telling you what to do? Yeah? If anything, if you have a friend, if you have a loved one, they are what? Providing you with advice. Nobody is your God out here. Even parents are guardians. That's what they serve as guardians. If they were doing the work, they would understand this, and they know they don't have any jurisdiction over your choice, but they can guide you. They can guide you. They can give you guidance, but they can't hold that over your head. Yeah, because just like they got into wisdom through experience, you must do the same. You cannot live vicariously through somebody else's experience. And if you do understand something, maybe you were that younger sibling that looked up to an older sibling and knew not to do certain things because they messed up. Right? And you said, I'm not doing that. You know why you said that? Because in the past life, you built up the momentum and understanding to come out of your mouth today in this life to say, nah, I'm not doing that. It wasn't just you watching them get jacked up. Because a lot of people watch people get jacked up, and what do? They got drunk uncles, drunk aunts, and what do? They go out and do the same fucking thing. So it's not all about observation. Okay? And so before I said all of this, I remembered, right, when I took that breather. Yeah? This intercession is not only for those who are looking at my situation and not wanting to play a role in that no longer, intimidation, if you want to call that, distracting, if you want to call that, but this is also for all the people, the law enforcement officers, the judges, the councilmen, all these people out here that are in these spaces that play a very big role. You're covered too. You're covered too. If this resonates with you and you know that you've been watching things and seeing things go on and you said in your mind, I did not sign up for this. But again, you know, yeah, that what you're observing ain't right. And you have bills to pay. You got to do stuff. I'm not neglect. See, the Most High is so loving, so understanding. You understand what I'm saying? To even consider our space, consider everything that we got into and how we got into it. This is how love works. But to be in this time right now, this space and time, to hear this right now, you got to know, like, this was a building. This is not an overnight thing, and this is why you're being recognized. This is not an overnight thing. This is you having built a momentum where you had certain spaces in your life where you could have been the bully. And maybe you were the bully, but you changed. You understand what I'm saying? But let's go back to that. I don't want to get distracted. But these are spaces in your life that is being acknowledged by the universe that I've seen you. I've seen those tears. I've seen that frustration when all you was trying to do is be a friend. All you was trying to do was do what you was told. Yeah? From TV and all these shows that our parents had us watching and all the educational programs that our family had us, indoctrinated with. You did it, right? You did it. I know, because I was there. And you couldn't understand for the life of you why you would get so much contradiction to that. Like, I'm not even hating on you. I want to be a friend. I want to get to know you. I like you. Oh, I like your hair. I like your dress. What did they do? Oh, what you got on? Yeah, it was always these appearances. It was always about appearances. It's the same thing we've experienced. If you have a home, it's the same thing you experience when you go and move to a neighborhood and you got people that were there before you and they look at you all stank because you don't have all the finances, but you have the finances to be there, obviously. But you don't have the finances for all this maintenance. Yeah? That this shit was actually designed, right, for capitalism. Not because you're taking care of the planet, but showmanship. A showmanship outside of a connection with the Most High. That's what this is all about. Saying, I could do this without you. I could do this without operating in my authenticity. Yeah? But I'm telling you now, it's, yeah? And they're telling me to clarify this. Listen, when we talk about fasting, because I know a lot of y'all are religious, some of y'all might be religious, Christian. When we talk about fasting, it's not just not eating. Okay? When you understand that when you start listening to your higher self, that thing that you know it brings you joy, it brings you peace, right? And you do that more and more, and you're like, ooh, I must be on the right path. It's really good. It's getting really good. Okay? So when you do that, hold on, I'm losing my train of thought because I'm watching this road and we got this big old bus that looks like it's going to the Air Force Base. Yeah? Yeah. So, yeah, yeah, a lot of, while I'm driving, a lot of police officers zoom in, a lot of, look, fire trucks and stuff. Listen, now is not the time to play pretend. Now is not the time to play pretend based on past experience of getting away with stuff that you know ain't right, and you know it's not right. You know why you know it's not right? Because you hide and do it. Because you hide and do it, so you already know it's not right. Yeah, that's why you out here in desperation trying to do shit now. Yeah, because you're trying to hang on to the little bit of time you got left. Yeah, and so ignorant to the fact that you think that little bit of doing whatever you think you're going to do is going to have you go out this bitch winning. That's silly. That's so silly. And like I said, I empathize for you because I know that the reason why you even believe some stupid shit like this is because you're not taking in the divine intelligence that would have you knowing and thus understanding and then implementing what it is that's being, presented to you. So yeah, this is a time of celebration for us. It's celebrating. I know you don't like it. You want to look at us and you want to roll up on us. You want to get real close, but you will never get close. That's all you can do. That's why I say you operate in fear, because if you wanted to ram me, you would just ram me. But you know there's going to be a lot of implications there because you might not get the police officer that you got on your payroll. You might get one that is getting empowered by what I'm doing and others are doing on this planet right now as we speak. You don't have no jurisdiction. If you did, you would be out of this bitch. Just like your leaders are trying to build bunkers now and trying to get the fuck out of this bitch because they know what's coming. And you being on the bottom, they ain't going to tell you this shit. Right? Because you was nothing but a peon to them anyway. Because what? You never did any critical thinking. You just took what they said and was a hand or an extension of that. That's all you were. So you can get close to my car, you can roll up to my car, you can do whatever, but you ain't gonna kill me, nigga. I already know that. They already let me know. You ain't doing none of that. All you gonna do is frustrate yourself, and I hope the frustration leads to you, getting in your space and meditating and say, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm out of this shit. I'm not doing this shit no more. I look stupid out here. Because that's what we did. Yeah, it might have not been in those words, but that's what we did. We said, how foolish could I have been to get in that relationship? How foolish had I been to sign up for that? How foolish had I been to go do that? Yeah? So that's the difference between us and you, is that you want to sit here and pretend like you ain't never made a mistake before and that you don't need help. You need an immense amount of help. Because to be out here doing this and then you send your kids to a school teaching them how to be good persons? Why? Why? Because you're not even an example of that. You teach your kids not to bully, but you're a bully in these organizations. In these groups, you're a bully. Listen, I'll give you an example. Kid goes to school, wants to make friends, right? Because they've seen something somewhere that, or they just know within themselves because they haven't been fully indoctrinated yet. I want to make a friend. And they go up to a person and they say, hey, my name is so-and-so. What's your name? And that person looks at them and looks them up and down and goes, who are you? And why are you in my face? Matter of fact, I don't want to talk to you because those shoes are ugly. Ugh. I bet your mom is poor. Some stuff, I'm just using an example. Now, I want to show you, this is the same energy that's going on in these organizations with these people. That's why I said they do what they do in these neighborhoods and shit like that, because they're the same people. That those same kids that was going through that trouble when they was younger, yeah, these are these same people as adults. I said this before. If you have listened to my download when I said, yeah, these are nothing but children with adult toys, meaning this avatar. This avatar, yeah, is only an expression of who we are. Yeah, it's not who we are. It's an expression of that. You understand what I'm saying? So these are the same people, but yet they send their kids to schools. They spend money on private schools or educational programs that help their students to be these in appearances, they look like these upstanding citizens. Upstanding. Right? They think they're really upstanding. Right? All because they went to a school. Yeah? They think because they went to a school that taught them how to put on a mask, that means that their heart is in the same space. And you know their heart is not in the same space. You know why? Because of what they're doing. How do you go to an Ivy League school or you go to these prestigious schools and go out here and use people as collateral damage for your issues? How do you do that? How do you do that? How do you use people for collateral damage and talk about you're an upstanding citizen? What's the purpose of you even doing this? It doesn't even make any sense. So do you see what I'm saying? When you're in ignorance, you're truly in ignorance. You will trick yourself into believing that you're all these things and you're not. You're not. Yeah? And we don't say these things like as if we never did anything wrong or anything that didn't serve our wellness. We did. Yeah, which is why we took the grace. We took the grace when we had opportunity. The grace was the correction. Correction is you've seen contrast between what you was doing or saying and an alternative that you know that would serve you better. And we went with the thing that would serve us better. That's what we did. That's what we did. Give me 1 second. I got to tell my son that I am out here ready to pick him up at his school. Yeah, a lot of people here tonight. Must be a lot of folks. Yeah. Yeah, so that's why I said a lot of them get tripped up because when they see all this goodness happen to us, and it ain't even just material, right? Because there are a lot of people out here that are, because they deserve it. They deserve it. Yeah? There's a lot of people I know on YouTube that possibly make more money than I do. Right? Do I hate on them? No. Because this is what this spiritual growth does for you, is that it's satisfying. It fulfills you. And you just know that it's a matter of time before anything that you need develops and manifests itself at the perfect time, perfect place. We call it divine timing. So do I have to hate? No. But do you see what happens with these ones? What they do, they see all of y'all, they watch all of y'all, and they see y'all all talking the same thing, but not verbatim, right? Because you actually have an experience with Source that's personal. Yeah? And so for the life of them, they're looking from the inside out, trying to figure out what is happening here. These people must be lying. Because this is what they used to throw at us before. The conspiracy theorists, all this stuff, because they just couldn't put their finger on it. Why? Because you don't have the experience. That's why. Even if you didn't have the experience, you had some experience that would allow you to be like, you know what? This person makes sense. Or, I don't have the answer, so I can't totally dismiss what this person is saying because I don't have the answer. But y'all, y'all arrogant. You move so fast in ignorance, and you just out here, you want everybody to bow down and do what you want them do what you would have them to do for you, and you're confused because they're looking at you like, nah, nigga, you ain't making no sense. That don't make no sense. And you swear on God, no, it makes sense because somebody told me about this, and they told my mommy and daddy about this, and their mommies and daddies and daddies and daddies told them about this, so it's got to be right. Come on now. And so I just wanted to share this beautiful message because this is particularly the universe or the divine essence doting on y'all who I address. The universe is doting on you right now, okay? And there is more where that came from. I want you to know there is nothing going to happen to you and yours. If that, because see, you even had a heart in that. This is what they're telling me. You even had a heart in that. Like, you noticed that you made the wrong choice in affiliating yourself with these people, these groups. I'm going to say groups because it takes the people to be the group. So we're going to say the group. Yeah? So for you to say, oh, I didn't sign up for this, but, oh, I got billed. Oh, what's going to happen? I don't know how, because we're not saying, even though we speak on our ancestors, we know we're not in a time where we're farming and we know how to go outside and, grow tomatoes. People are already on that, and we thank you guys for that because your energy plays a major role in this too, because that's a part of listening to nature, natural order. So we thank you too. Yeah, all you farmers, all you people that was out here already on this with regards to food and was like, nah, I'm about to can up, I'm about to be growing something in my garden because this not only brings me joy, I don't even feel like this is labor, it feels like it's living. I don't have to depend on nobody. I can go back in my backyard on my farm and I can grow my crops and I can bring them in my house and I can feed my family. So we thank you too. We thank you, all of you. Because you brought forth what your ancestors, already had inside of you for you to even gravitate towards that at this time, like years ago. Possibly decades ago. Yeah, depending on your age and where you are in this. You understand what I'm saying? Use discernment. We thank you so much. Yeah? Everybody, not just the farmers, everybody that listened to that heart space where they said, this is natural, I'm going natural. I'm not doing it, I'm going to figure this out because this is making me reliant. Yeah, and there's no guarantee that this is going to be here. So I would, my intelligence tells me, nah, that might be the easy road, but it ain't the smartest. It might be easier, but long term, it's not the smartest. Yeah? And we all know that we ain't, as parents, out here working as hard as we do because we don't want to build legacy, okay? We all know that's the key. You want to get out here, you want to extend your family. You don't want them to die. You don't want them to get sick, prematurely, over some shit that we could have prevented. You understand what I'm saying? So we thank you. I thank you personally. But I know the collective thanks you, and I'm pretty sure you already know this, being a part of that in the sense that you've been doing a lot of work within yourself to listen to that still small voice and be like, nah, you might think I'm stupid and crazy, but I'm not stupid and crazy, And you stuck in there, right? You bet on yourself, and that's beautiful because it was people like you in my life throughout my whole entire life that has inspired me to keep, whenever I had correction, to be like, you know what, hey, I had this all wrong. I need to change this around. Yeah, I thank you because you were an example. And even though, sometimes when we see that, we a little bit of resistance, right? That hate's gonna come up and like, who she thinks she is? Who he think he is? But another side of you be like, man, I need that. Yeah, I need that. So I appreciate you and I thank you. But to wrap this up, because I feel like, they're wrapping this up, right? Just breathe breathing for a second, y'all. Just give me a second. Okay, I just had to let my son know where exactly I am because I didn't park where I normally do because it's really packed tonight. So, yeah, hopefully he can find me. But, yeah, I let him know. But, yeah, so I'm excited. Like I said, I'm excited. I felt so much joy yesterday with regards to this for y'all. You know what I mean? Like, it was so inspiring. Is that the word I want to use? It's just nice. It's like when you have things going well for you, and when I say well for me is like this spiritual growth, you want others to experience this. You know the reason why they might be a little bit frustrated is because they're hanging on to this misinformation that doesn't bring forth the results they're looking for. And if they would just use that as an indication that, A, you need to try something different because you're not bearing the fruits of the Spirit, you bearing all this, other stuff, you obviously ain't got what I like to say, the juice. Yeah, that divine juice. You ain't got that flowing. That Christos, if you want to put it that way. You don't have that oil flowing to see this stuff. Yeah, so we know it. We know it. That's what's that. We know it. We know why. We know why. So we don't look at you like we're frowning, like putting our nose down on it. We were just saying, start paying attention or start giving focus to those things that you know are being brought to your attention. Nobody can tell this for you. You know this stuff that's being brought to your attention, and there's going to be clarity there. It's not going to be distorted. Yeah? And like I said, sometimes you'll get that feeling where you're just like I said, like for instance, those who the Spirit has put on my heart to intercede for. Look, I didn't have to come up with this. I didn't have to say, let me suffer. I promise you, I'm not, with this fast, I'm not even suffering. There's no suffering. I have no desire to eat. After I had that incident where I felt like somebody was trying to really push me, and I felt this, righteous indignation rise up in me, it came immediately. Immediately it came to my mind. Immediately it came to my mind. Go on a fast. And they brought back to my attention when I did this before. Go on a fast. Not because, this is what I wanted to finish. Thank you. About the food. This is not about keeping yourself from a good taste. Okay? It's not about that. Okay? When you build up this spiritual aptitude, you don't have a craving, if you will, to fill yourself with artificial things because the realness of this divine experience is filling the void. So if I eat, it will be for, you know what I mean? Like, it's not because I feel like, I need to live. If I don't eat this, I ain't gonna live. Yeah, it's not about that anymore. This is why I can understand why a master teacher will say, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes out of the mouth of God. Here I take this as every divine, intelligent information carries the power of the divine to take you where you need to go. And it would be better to be high on that than that which is outside of you. Okay? And so they wanted to clarify this with the food. The food, when we fast, is just taking away our avatar's focus on breaking down food, because that's energy. So I'm already on the right path. I can say this with a clear conscience. I'm on the right path. Okay? And I've been working this divine nature within me. Yeah? And it's clear to me that, like I said, this has come as a result of building a momentum. A momentum so much so that the right scenario triggered the right thing for wellness, in the sense of not only looking out for myself, but loving my neighbor, loving my fellow man. Yet, those who the Most High has said, no, I see their heart, listen. And people have done this for me. Do you understand? Like, I can acknowledge people have done this for me. They had to. Somebody had to. They didn't have to know me. It was just people loving themselves, walking in their authenticity, becoming a conduit for that high vibrational energy, being on this planet, having their auric field exude this so that it permeates like a goddamn Care Bear on this earth, and it touched me. So thank you, guys. I love you for loving yourself, for telling yourself you're deserving of this. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, can I say thank you? Yeah, I think I can say thank you. I realize the accountability I have to do, but I still can say thank you. Thank you to all of y'all. Thank you to the ancestors. Yeah, I got that clarity with regard to myself, with regards to how, you know, I wouldn't be able to do what I do if it wasn't for my ancestors down my lineage not making it easier for me not to retaliate to people, because obviously that's in my DNA. I have people in my heritage that have not been quick, to mirror others in their ignorance. And that's why it came a little bit easier for me. So that's when I say thank you, ancestors, I know why I'm saying thank you. Because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't even be able to observe how I am so, how we, had to go through the ringer because we just insisted on not acting like these people that just wanted to, hurt us for no goddamn reason. No reason by way of us, okay? Let me slow that down. By way of us. It's a reason, but it's not due to something we did to them. And we had to figure this out. So the food, the fast, allows for my body, my avatar, this vehicle that I'm using to be on this planet, as an infinite being in this body, this flesh, I still have a vehicle. I still have to maintain it. I still have to understand how it functions. And so with less food means less energy being distributed, to those parts, those faculties within myself, laboring to break that down. Now they can work together. This is where you get all this faculty and staff and all this other stuff that you see on the physical plane, because this happens to take place with us. My mind has geared up and got in alignment with divine nature, and now the body is coming along with it. And it's like, now I feel this thing happening, it's revving up. And like I said, I don't even have a desire. Like, I could think about it and be like, that would taste good. But there's just something, no, this is spirit-led. I do not take full credit for, I got it, they corrected me. Well, like I said, it's been a momentum. And that's why I said, if you're just now hearing this and that's not your cup of tea or whatever, don't try to force yourself to do something. You don't have to do all that. But if you're inspired, I don't need to even tell you, because you're just going to go ahead and do it anyway and go through it successfully, right? Right, you guys? So anyways, I'm going to wrap this up. I love you guys so much. I'm so excited that I was able to be a conduit for this information, because it feels amazing. I'm not even going to kid you not. So you guys have yourself a beautiful rest of your day or evening. And until next time, peace.